And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside Crowder. 5 on the clock. And Horford wide open. He shoots. And it's Horford again missing. And Al Horford got a max deal to come to the Boston Celtics. GA, he's on the wrong side of 30, but when you look at his game, his all-star resume, you don't see a real sharp decline coming.
Great point, Kevin, and that's why the Celtics were willing to give Horford the contract they gave him. It was one of the bigger free agent names on the market. You knew that the Celtics would want to make a splash in free agency, and he was their guy.
And when he gets it in close, Al Horford is one of the best, one of the premier finishers in this league.
Thomas against Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Back to Westbrook. From outside the arc. Kept alive. Feeds it to Ilyasova. Oladipo outside. Lets it go with a three. A rebound by Johnson. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And a dunk by Horford.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering.
Here we go. Let's draw it up. We've had our chances on offense, but we need to start capitalizing on it. Hey, stop improvising out there and make each possession count.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Right ahead.
Use the clear advantage we have down low and post them up. Make them prove to us that they can stop us on the block. Understood? Here we go. Let's get some buckets now.
Regardless if anyone helps them or not, but just think about how it just helps the learning curve and how it speeds up the pace when you have someone that can tell you from their perspective how to approach games or how to prepare for games, how to recover, how to treat your body, how to play this guy. I know coach said this, but you might want to try this if that doesn't work. And I think that's probably one of the most underrated and depleted spaces on the team are guys that can be that third coach on the team, but with the jersey on. And so I think it's very important to have guys in those mentor type positions, just because they've had to go through what these players have gone through. Not just coach, but they've had to go through it and can tell it from the player's perspective.
Great points. Well, we know the given here, the X's and O's of coaching, Chris, the strategy that's used by all staffs and all head coaches. But coaching is a lot of motivating your players to give it their all. And when you look at all the different coaches around the league, which coaches do you think are the best at motivating?
Well, that's hard to answer. You really have to play with this guy. That's an intimate type question, but from where I'm
Hello. Can you hear me?
standing, I would definitely think from a motivating point of view, I'd have to go with Doc Rivers. He just seems to know how to communicate to his players, how to get them to fight down to the last drop, and that's what you want in a coach.
Well said. Now here's Payne. Back to Collison. Right wing. The three from Morrow. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Celtics with the lead. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. And stolen by Payne. This is to Cantor from past the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Cantor's got himself on the board with three there.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. Thomas, it's a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Oh, Kevin, he positioned himself perfectly and had all the room to drop that one in. Just couldn't get it to go.
Singler for three, and the Thunder another three.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Celtics trail by 4. Thomas a screen. Here's Smart. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Smart's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Singler in the corner. Fires from deep. And Boston with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the call will be against Nick Collison. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And the Thunder with some changes. Mitch McGary's checked in for Collison. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne.
Oh, but did you see that? Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. There's a screen by Cantor. Westbrook dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Now, here's Thomas. He has 5. Launches a 3. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Hey.
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
Well, it's clearly part of the game. Quick outlet passes, guys running the floor like they really mean it.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The Stash brothers, Cantor and Adams inside. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. And it's Singler in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Adams. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Adams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder. Well, the Celtics shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%.
how about the Celtics? Over the last 3 seasons, climbing up from a subpar defensive team to elite status. You look around the league, there may not be a better perimeter defensive trio than Marcus Smart, Avery Bradley, and Jay Crowder.
On the wing, Singlet. Outside Westbrook. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Amir Johnson's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Enes Kanter. Roberson comes in for Singler. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Smart kicks to Horford. Deflects the pass. Outside Crowder. Payne grabs the board. The Thunder with the lead. Fires the 3. Kept alive. And finished off by Collison.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
And guys, they're showing great instincts too, anticipating how the ball was going to come off the boards and timed it out perfectly.
It's hauled in by Adams. The Thunder leading by 4. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC, moving the floor, as he calls it, creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement, that's where the league is going, DA. Thanks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Steven Adams. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Chris, you're a Detroit product through and through. Grew up in the area and played for the University of Michigan. Did growing up in Detroit impact at all how you played the game?
Oh, man, definitely. You know, growing up on the west side of Detroit, I just, you know, everybody in Detroit is a Pistons fan. So, number one, that influenced me a big time. It's funny, Isaiah was my favorite player, and after he won the MVP a couple of times, he would always say, "Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom." So that's why after every game, I actually did it. It was influenced that way. And Chuck Daly, he was a mentor to me. He knew me in high school, but as I grew older, his relationship meant a lot to me. So I can't thank, you know, Isaiah and Rick Mahorn. You know, I met those guys in high school. I can't thank them enough for their positive influence on me. Guys like John Sally and of course, Joe Dumars. So played for other teams, but as a fan, I always grew up a Pistons fan.
Like that. Roberson the pass to Payne. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Payne's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Thunder. Now here's Smart. D right on him. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Oladipo. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Payne can't hit. Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. And the call will be against Nick Collison. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Boston making some changes. Yarebko's checked in for Crowder. Brown comes in for Avery Bradley. And Thomas subbed in for Smart. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Morrow's checked in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the 2nd quarter of play. Horford kicks to Yarebko. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, man. How about that vision from Horford? I mean, it's all about hitting the open man. High efficiency offense right there.
The dish tomorrow. Collison with a screen on Brown. And Robertson has it in the corner, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
I have no idea why he would have even attempted that. That's a horrible turnover.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Boston. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Cameron Payne. Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Urepko from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
No more for his scoring than his playmaking, but Thomas looking to become more balanced as a lead guard.
Westbrook dishes to Collison. Back to Westbrook. The 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And the Celtics...
What's up?
Gravitate towards scrappy players. They like guys, Chris, who can carry a chip on their shoulder.
Come on, that's been a common thread for this young team. Toughness, grit, and passion. A lot of their players were overlooked in the past, came to Boston, ticked off, and looked to prove a point.
He dishes it tomorrow. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. Westbrook wide open. He fires. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. .54 seconds left in the first half. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. No good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Westbrook against Thomas. Now here's Westbrook. Defense right on him. 6 to shoot. And here's Morrow outside. A rebound by the Celtics.
The clock is clearly on their side.
Most definitely, and they should realize this and not look to shoot too early in the shot clock for the rest of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Westbrook. Out left to the wing. And here's Ilyasova outside. Hits it from three-point range. Ilyasova's got his first 3 points of the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Thunder up 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith, all set to take a look back at the first half of basketball. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. See you, folks.
A lot going on there as we welcome you back to Boston. That shot taken from the observation deck at the Prudential Center. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. The Thunder leading by 5. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. 4 on the clock. Back to Westbrook. Shot, high post, and the shot goes down. Westbrook's got the first basket of the third quarter for Oklahoma City.
Well, one thing about Coach Brad Stevens, he's very composed on the sideline. He said it was a lesson he learned at Butler. If he gets rattled, the team does. So whether the game is going well or going poorly, you can't tell from looking at him. He keeps an even keel.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Stevens keeps that steady demeanor. But that doesn't mean, Chris, he won't get into players if he thinks they're not playing the right way.
But even there, keeping that poker face helps. Players don't want to be embarrassed in front of thousands. As a coach, if you pull a player aside or keep it in the huddle, that's appreciated. You'll see him talking to a player and he looks cool and calm. But if you're a lip reader, it might be a different story.
That's good from Westbrook.
Very easy, very easy.
And both free throws good for Westbrook.
And Kevin, what's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan, I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
Wow, and like all great scorers, Thomas never fazed by a little defensive pressure.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kenneth Faried, and call him Kenneth. He gets mad when you say Ken. He's the manimal, one of the best rebounders in the league. He plays with a tremendous motor. But Faried said, I never looked at myself as just an energy player. I just have a lot more passion than other people in the league. And I play hard. I have talent and passion. Kevin?
A key player for Team USA gold medal in 2014. Thanks, D.A. Horford sets a screen for Bradley to the left side wing. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Horford. And thinking again about Westbrook and his high usage rate, it's incredible, Greg, because he still plays entirely efficient.
It's crazy. I mean, normally the more shots you take, the more your efficiency drops. But Westbrook seems to be free of that. It's a big reason why this team lets Westbrook do so much for them on the offensive end.
Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Singler comes in for Roberson. Oladipo, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Crowder, the pass to Smart. He kicks to Horford. Bradley against Oladipo. Stolen by Cantor. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. In the corner, Smart with it. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, missed there, but still a very impressive start to this half after connecting on 3 straight field goals.
Now Payne, 6 points for him. To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Oh, I love the anticipation on that play. Might have stolen it if he were there just about a half a step sooner.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Johnson. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Shot clock at 5. Singler for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Singler's got 6 points.
You can't let him get in the rhythm from out there. He's too good of a shooter.
Now here's Smart, guarded by Oladipo. And here's Smart. There's the screen. Olynyk inside. He's covered by Cantor. Well, Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, maybe the closest, Chris, we've seen to Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about 7-footers who can space the floor.
Well, he's a 7-footer now, but he grew up playing guard before he had that late growth spurt. You just don't find many players at his size with that kind of shooting and fluidity with the ball. I think his agility at his size is probably the most underrated aspect to his game.
The first one falls.
And Kelly Olynyk grew up in Toronto. In 7th grade, his family moved to Kamloops, British Columbia. He and Steve Nash, the two notable players to come out that region.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Urebko comes in for Al Horford. And it's Brown in for Bradley. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Roberson. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. The feed to Cantor. Here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. There's the lob to Oladipo. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Smart kicks to Olynyk. It's stolen by Adams. Inside. And Adams with the slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
And the Celtics with possession here, trailing by 10. Crowder kicks to Urebko. And Adams sends it back. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Offensive rebound. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He truly has that unique blend of passion and skill. Does major damage on the offensive glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And that one misses. Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Smart, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You better get your money's worth with Marcus Smart. I mean, that ticky-tack stuff won't phase you.
And Marcus Smart, a combo guard. He hasn't really established himself yet as a big-time scorer or a playmaker. But you know what, Chris? You ask his coaches, and he finds a way to impact the game.
Oh, yeah, he sure does. He's a rugged defender. He's also one of the best rebounding guards in this league, especially on the offensive glass.
And that one falls for Smart.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with this fiery approach to the game.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Down low. The kick out to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen by Cantor. Oladipo goes in. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Oladipo's got 8 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Screen by Olynyk. Here's Thomas. And he drops it in from the low post. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
Oh, never shy about going inside. Thomas may be small, but he doesn't let that stop him.
43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Lobs it up for Cantor. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Thunder lead by 11.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And the Celtics shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Rebound against Singler. The Rebco. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Smart with the ball. He's got 5.
Thank you.
There's Thomas with the 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder lead by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Celtics trail by 13. So the Thunder 5 right now. Kyle Singler is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Payne, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Poked loose. Outside Bradley. Thomas outside. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And Westbrook throws it down.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, some people call it front running, but as the league continues to expand, their confidence continues to soar right now.
Bradley dishes to Urebko. A 3-ball. Olynyk can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. 1 more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Singler passes to Payne. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Westbrook. Payne kicks to Singler. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
But guys, the defense knows he has this ability, correct? Yet no one thinks to put a body on him? Incredible.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
And coach may need to revisit his play calling because it feels more like the other team is anticipating their every move.
Johnson's checked in for Boston. Jay Crowder comes in for Urebko. Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. A About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Thomas. Johnson outside. Right side Crowder. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
You know, Kevin, he might not be the most athletic, but Crowder is strong. He showed it on that play right there.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. To the inside. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Thunder lead by 19.
Nice feed and close, right to where his teammate needed it.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Horford kicks to Crowder. Fast break, here we go. Adams down low. Working on Horford. Over to the wing. Here's Roberson. And the shot is long.
Oh, really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
Here's Horford. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And the powerful frame of Horford, I mean, enabling him to rumble through the defensive resistance to put it home.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
I like that style. Lose 3 points, get them right back at the other end. That's good basketball.
Thomas against Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Here's Adams. And that one hits back iron. Celtics trail by 17. Here's Bradley. Payne grabs the board. Here's Roberson. Off target with his 3. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Thomas dishes to Horford. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Horford's got 4 points this quarter.
And even with the hand in his face, when Horford gets it in that close, he barely needs to see the rim to get it up and down.
Westbrook against Thomas. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
I mean, well, they're going straight for the kill. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have that mentality. They want to leave no doubt in anyone's mind as to who the better team is tonight.
Here's Johnson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And Amir Johnson, a darling of the analytics stats people. He ranked as a top 6 power forward last season in a stat called real plus minus, Chris.
Well, I got a stat call I really don't care because I definitely don't necessarily believe in those analytics. You have to have a common denominator in each situation, and you just don't have that in analytics. But he just knows where to be, and he makes winning plays. The per-game numbers might not blow you away, but this is one of the guys that get the job done on both ends of the floor.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Collison comes in for Ilyasova. Singler, he's checked in for Roberson. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the second free throw, good.
Now, when you think about Amir Johnson, the last ever prep to pro draftee. Now, look, he was taken out of high school with the 56th pick by the Pistons back in 2005. Learning from the vets on that squad, he learned how to win.
Collison inside. He's guarded by Johnson. And there's the 3-second violation. And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Enes Kanter. Ilyasova comes in for Nick Collison. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. And we're not used to thinking of 11-year vets still having room to grow. But you know what, Chris? that might be the case with Amir Johnson.
Well, it's interesting. I played with Amir, always a great athlete with high energy, great motor, but he's never averaged more than 28 minutes a game despite being that highly effective player. That could mean he's had a lot of tread left on those tires.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Thomas passes to Horford. It's stolen by Oladipo.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Oklahoma City.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Westbrook.
Look, he was seeing the whole court so well tonight. If guys could work themselves into space, he was going to find them. And that led to a lot of wide open looks all game long.
Ilyasova, a screen on Thomas. It's tipped. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Boston again missing. Inside.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
Well, the fans have sounded lost and disappointed, which is exactly what they were hoping to accomplish.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Bradley. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, when do you know when to attack and when to lay off, and when to pass and when to shoot?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Well, you were on your A game tonight, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
Made good choices on the offensive end. I thought overall he was patient. He waited for the good looks tonight, and that reflected in his shooting percentage, high 50s.
Well, I'll tell you, Russell Westbrook is a take charge, aggressive player, and he didn't hold anything back. Baby bull, that's what I'm calling him. Whether scoring, passing, rebounding, it doesn't matter. He's the man for the job, and he did the job perfectively tonight. Great performance.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.
The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Oh, yeah, great communication. The guys are quick and rotating help and playing with a lot of energy.
Payne with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Jerebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. And it's Thomas in at the guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Boston leading by 5.
Now look at the Celtics offensively. They have a high rate of assist and a low rate of turnover. Their roster is not exactly stacked with great scores, but they don't shoot themselves in the foot offensively.
Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. Second shot opportunity. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Well, he wasn't blocked out. He stayed with the play. You gotta love the effort.
Bradley's checked in for the Celtics. And the Celtics, one of the better teams in the league, taking care of the ball over the last couple seasons.
Oh, well, yeah, and as most people can remember, in the decade prior, turnovers had always been something that haunted this team. Give Brad Stevens and the coaching staff a lot of credit for getting them really to value each possession.
Now here's Smart. Kicks it to Olynyk. Back to Smart. It's Olynyk atop the key. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one thing you've heard over the years about Amir Johnson is that his box score stats may not wow you, but they belie his impact on the court. Coach Brad Stevens said he just knows how to play both ends. He makes easy plays with the ball, and then on the defensive end, he makes everyone better. Indeed, a two-way impact player, Kevin.
He's a plus-minus standout, D.A. Thank you. And here's Payne after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple. There's the pick. Off the screen. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Celtics leading by 7. Ring shot on the way. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Jerebko.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
There's a screen by Cantor. Payne kicks to Cantor. There's the steal. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Bradley's got the ball. Brown, good.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first. Bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Now, when you think about Avery Bradley, a star high school player, and while he's become a highly regarded defensive player, offensively, he's more of a role player. Spot up threes and smart cutting off the ball.
Boston making some changes. Horford comes in for Jerebko. And it's Crowder in for Brown. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Victor Oladipo comes in for Anthony Morrow. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. They need this. The shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way. Avery Bradley leading the Celtics in minutes played the last 2 years.
Now, many wonder if he'll continue to occupy that big of a role. He's one of the best defenders in the game, but a 6'2" shooting guard with a limited offensive game, you wonder how much better he could become.
Here's Olynyk. That shot off. Excellent D from Cantor. Thunder trailing by 9, and Oladipo kicks to Cantor. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, Chris, we have a question for you sent in from one of our fans, from Todd up in New Hampshire. They want to know what your favorite moment was as an NBA player, a question I'm also curious to know about.
Wow. My favorite moment as an NBA player, very honestly, I would say would be the day of being drafted. I mean, you know, after then you have so many great moments, so many players that you play with, that you love to play with. It's hard to separate anything without disrespecting another moment. So I just really feel that the greatest moment of my career was stepping on that stage in Detroit at the Palace in my hometown with my finger up and just knowing that I made it. You know, for all of us, the goal is to make it. It's not about to be a Hall of Famer. It's not about to be an all-star. It's not about to win a championship, even though those are dreams. But you can't do it until, you know, you make it. And so for me, putting that suit on, seeing my father shed tears, you know, seeing my mother's eyes and the twinkle she had in her eyes, seeing my brothers and my 3 brothers and my sister, how happy they were, you know, that definitely was the moment because it was a family moment and it was for Detroit, and so it was special.
Well said. Now here's Smart. Johnson dishes to Horford. Plays it up and banks it in. Horford's got his second basket of the game. While the casual fan, sometimes sitting further away from the court, doesn't always hear all the talking that's going on between the players, among the players. Chris, on the floor, how important is that communication between teammates, among players on the same team on the floor?
Great question, Kevin. I mean, it's tremendously important. You know, let's just think about some plays. Over 60% of the plays in games are pick and roll plays. So when you think about that, the big man has to communicate to the guard, or he's going to get his head knocked off on every type screen. Also, the big fellas in the back of the defense, they're the ones that can see the floor and everything on the floor that's going on. So it's very important that they communicate from the back. Also, guards communicating the play calling, whether offensively or defensively. So communication is very important, and yeah, it's a lot of fun if you're a fan. If you can ever get a ticket down close, you know, hey, you'll hear some funny stuff out there.
Here's Adams. Thomas with the steal. He feeds it to Crowder. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And when he's not shooting threes, Crowder is attacking the paint. That's how he plays the game. Last season, Jay Crowder scoring far and away the most points of his career, over 14 a game. He's more of a secondary scorer, a spot-up shooter, and a good finisher at the rim.
And for Crowder, Chris, he doesn't try to do too much offensively. As they say, he stays in his lane.
That's right. He shoots corner threes. He has a good sense of when to cut to the rim. And without being flashy, he's a very effective offensive player.
Now, here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Westbrook double teamed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Singler, no good. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Crowder. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Boston with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
To the paint, here's Johnson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And the Celtics lead by 9.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target.
Adams with the screen on Thomas. The feed now to Ilyasova. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Thomas passes to Horford. Puts up a three, and Isaiah Thomas with the three. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the...
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Horford.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jerebko's checked in for Crowder. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thomas kicks to Brown. Tries it from 9. Here's Jerebko. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
He just lost where he was on the court. It ended up out of bounds there.
And the Celtics with possession here. They lead by 7. Now here's Thomas. From deep. And the first half is now in the books. Celtics out in front, up 7. And we'll be back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. Out in front at the half is Boston. They have a nice 7-point lead. Shaq, give me your take.
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they could shoot a better percentage.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Lot going on there as we welcome you back to Boston. That shot taken from the observation deck at the Prudential Center. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, this is the fire his coach and teammates really have been encouraging him to show, really attacking the ball on defense tonight.
And here's Westbrook. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Ilyasova out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in at the center position. And Coach Brad Stevens, already known for his X's and O's, a great tactician.
Well, let's think about his repertoire. Great plays out of timeouts and at the end of the game. Just as important is the confidence he instills in his young players. He does a great job of putting his players in positions to succeed. What he calls soaring with their strength. You accentuate players' strengths and try to hide their weakness.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Now, I can tell you this from personal experience, and that's seeing your first shot of the half go in is always a confidence boost. Let's see if they can build on it.
Westbrook dishes to Ilyasova, and it's sent back by Horford. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, and he reads it all the way, has that slide court awareness you have to be mindful of.
Double team on Thomas. And here's Bradley from 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 90 seconds now into the second half. That one goes in. 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Thomas. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Cantor checked in for the Thunder. Johnson against Cantor. Johnson, the pass to Thomas. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Picked by Horford. Here's Crowder.
Very slow start so far this half. They're only 1 for 4 so far.
Thomas against Westbrook. And Adams kicks to Roberson. Back to Adams. And stolen by Horford. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Bradley's got 5 now.
And sometimes I think Bradley becomes a little too content with that pull-up. Here, he made that one count.
And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league, Al Horford, a 2-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league, and he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he's picking his spots. Understanding the game so well helps them fuel this lead.
There's a screen by Cantor. And Oladipo kicks to Cantor. Back to Oladipo. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Off target with the open look. And with Horford's free agency looming this last summer, last season was a tricky spot for the Atlanta Hawks. Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's gotten. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Johnson. And Smart subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. There's the double team with Westbrook. For 3, Olynyk. Boston, no good that time either. Thunder trailing by 7. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Some changes for Boston. Jerebko's checked in for Horford. And it's Brown in for Crowder. And then for Oklahoma City, Singler, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Olynyk can't hit.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on a poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game.
Here's Collison, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Shooting 1.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Collison. Here's Smart. Down low. The shot's good from Jerebko. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Now here's Payne, guarded by Smart. 1:39 left in the third quarter. Here's Collison. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Bradley with some nice D. For the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
And Morrow has it in the corner. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Urebko. Urebko's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the call will be against Nick Collison. That's his first foul. Left here in the third quarter. Bradley kicks to Smart. And again, Boston with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now the dish to Single. To end the run. Hit the tip. Boston leading by 10. In the corner, Smart with it. From outside, off the mark.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Now they have to get going here if they want to capitalize on that. Go for the quick bucket here.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Awesome attack toward the basket right there. This young man stays on his grind, showing his true grit and finding a way to get that one to go.
And that one is good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Payne. Drains it from beyond the arc. Payne's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
That free throw missing.
I mean, and that 6'3" Bradley is a plus defender thanks to his quickness and tenacity.
And he's good on the second. Now Westbrook, 13 points in the game. To the paint, Olynyk with the steal. Smart. No good there. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Celtics lead by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And the final period of play just about to start. Boston leading by 8. Jonas Jerebko out there with Amir Johnson. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Knocked loose.
He was playing flawless basketball up until that turnover.
Westbrook kicks to Singler. They get it again. Ilyasova passes to Roberson. Here's Westbrook. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Celtics on offense. Here's Jerebko. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
When he has the ball in his hands in transition, he always finishes strong, just like he did there. Oh, man, his form seems rushed today, like he's trying to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything is going in for him.
Double team on Thomas. From the arc. That shot is off. Great D that time from Westbrook. fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And it's Westbrook again missing.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's in there. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Oh, man, you just hate to see something like that.
Oh, injuries, trust me, an unfortunate part of the game. You know he's got to be frustrated.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Victor Oladipo comes in for Singler. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
And in a draft class full of great wing players, it is easy to sleep on Jaylen Brown. But he can become a great player. Has everything you want from a wing in terms of skill set and that physicality. He could have a ceiling just as high as anybody else in this draft.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Oladipo, and it's off the back rim, no good. And you look at Jaylen Brown, he can go at the rim, pull up to shoot, plays good D. If his jumper gets a little more consistent, he can be scary.
Yeah, and that is what this team was hoping for when they drafted it. Just looking at the areas that he needs to work on, they are all, I think, correctable things. He's going to put up a lot of highlights over the course of his career.
Time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Russell Westbrook. What's the news, David?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oklahoma City. He told me that he suffered a sprained toe. He'll have to sit the rest of this one out, and it's unclear how much longer he'll be out afterwards. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
You're right. We know he's a baller, a competitor, and he'll do everything within his power to return to the court as soon as possible.
Oladipo for three, hits the three-point bomb.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Nice off-the-ball movement and action to free him up for a shot he makes on a regular basis. Outstanding work.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That'll be his second foul of the game. Screen by Olynyk. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Oh, I love the anticipation on that play. Might have stolen it if he were there just about a half a step sooner.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Payne. Pulls it up. And the jumper falls for him. Here's Thomas. Passes it to Olynyk. Pulls up. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Oh, just that touch. I mean, Olynyk looks like a guard when he shoots the ball.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter.